doing? It's Friday and it's your day. It's your day in this community. And I'm streaming live in another page. And I want to make sure that this message, what I'm going to talk about today, gets into that group as well. But it's your day on my personal profile. And have you ever thought about be like, man, I can't go no more. I mean, I'm running out of fuel. I'm just busted, disgusted. Today, I want to talk about something that says keep going. Keep going because, I read and I talk to folks. Keep going. That's tough, right? That's tough. But if you're going to be watching me live, let me know where you're watching me from. And if you're going to be watching the replay, because today I want to talk about persistence. Keep going. Oh my goodness. Why on earth are you going to tell me keep going when I'm just like, I'm just way deep down? Like, I can't even keep going. Okay. So, let's talk about that today because a lot of times it's not like we can't do this stuff. We just don't have, we just need to develop that habit or that tenacity or that part about us that says keep going, be persistent. Yeah, we might have the knowledge, we got the skills, the education, all of that good stuff. We just don't have the effort. We just never take action. We just don't move. We just don't do anything. And when we do, we're not persistent. We want to talk about that today. We're going to share 4 tips based upon the Think and Go Rich by Napoleon Hill. But he suggests here that we keep going to be, if we want to be persistent, we want to develop persistent, we want to develop these 4 habits. Wow. Or we want to just include these 4 things in our process or on our journey. All right, so before we do all of that, let me introduce myself. For those of you who have not met me before, my name is Yvette Guerrero, and I come to you in this community every Friday. I might every now and again there's a Friday that laps out, but I made a commitment in this group that on Friday or Saturday I'll come to you live with something, and we talk about anything: inspiration, empowerment, information, educational, just some things to kind of lift your spirit. And as well as, yes, I know it's Friday and some people just want to chill out, but in these are not ordinary times, my friends, and we talk about grit and grind. Yeah, we talk about persistent, being persistent, our persistence. How are we enduring through these times? Okay, it takes something extra. All right, so I come here just like I am, share with you what I know for me, what I've gathered for myself, to share with you, encourage you, and to, just hopefully that somebody will just grab on a couple of words, maybe in a statement or a sentence that I'll share today, because I know that some of us don't read, right? Not, no, don't, no judgment here, but some we busy. Some people are really busy, but I would encourage everyone, no matter how busy you are, to read something or get those audio tapes, audiobooks, and listen to them. We have so many resources these days that one thing doesn't work for you, another thing will work, but something should work, because we have different things, not like way back when if it wasn't picking up the book and read from the pages, you would not get the information. Now we got so many different ways of getting information. So this is not an information shortage age. It's a matter of us being taking the effort and to grab the information. So, as I was going through Napoleon Hill's book today, looking for some things for myself, I came upon this and I thought I'd share how to develop persistence. How to develop that. So it's a thing, right? It's a thing. I come in this community sometimes to share things about social media, Yeah, because we do social media coaching, teach people how to leverage social media, modern tips to build their business online and to or to maintain their business online. There's a lot of things happening on social media. So we bring the goods, right? We bring the goods, we bring. I do that on my other page, Yvette Guerrero Online. So if you're looking for some tips, go right over there on Facebook. It's Yvette Guerrero Online. And that's where you find some tips. Okay. Or if you want to dive deeper, then you go to my website and YvetteGuerrero.com/MF. All right. But today I want to talk about um, how to develop this persistence. What is this thing that we need to develop? I mean, among other things, but it's so many, it's like a complex system. Just one part won't work. We need all kinds. We need a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. And just like an engine, so many different pieces are in that, are used to make up that engine. In the motor car that we all drive, even looking on your engine, see how many different pieces are just snatched here together. And if you're an auto mechanic, then you understand all that. But like me, I have no idea what's going on in there, right? I just know that I need to make sure the oil is okay and the fluids are okay. You take it to the people, to the experts. Okay, but there's a lot of stuff moving. And when you start your engine, there's a more stuff moving up and down, crossway, and all kinds of ways. So persistence is just one of the pieces that we need in our life to keep our engine moving, right? So Napoleon Hill talks about how to develop persistence, and he gives 4 tips. But I was before I did that, I wanted to just kind of refresh my memory, or my our memory, about what persistence actually means. All right. So I looked it up. Of course, we thank goodness for the devices. Yeah, just right at our fingertips, resources, persistence. Okay. It is a firm or obstinate continuance in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. Hmm. As I read this, and I'm going to read it again, I remember the ant, the A-N-T. Firm or obstinate continuance in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. Now, put yourself in that, wrap that around yourself right now. Persistence. How persistent are you? Wrap that around yourself now, because that's a lot right up in there. So, as I was reading that, I was thinking about the A-N-T. Have you ever watched an ant going after a piece of food or something that they need? You ever watched him and you try to brush him away and he comes right back? And he not only comes back, he takes others with him, right? So he's coming back. And if you just allow him to just keep he's going to take that piece of food or whatever, he's coming after. If you push him this way, he's going to go around the other way. Yeah. And he's gonna go over. He's gonna maybe dig a hole in the ground, and you find that tomorrow morning you see this little mountain that's like a nest. Yeah, he's gonna keep coming back. He wants that thing. How persistent are you when you want something? When you want that thing, how persistent are you? So the ant is a great example of a creature that does not give up. Yeah, a tiny thingy as the ant, one of the smallest creatures. That ant is so powerful in its quest for something, never gives up. So, how to develop persistence based upon Napoleon's Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. He said there are 4 simple steps. Huh? 4 simple steps that lead to this habit. It's a habit. Now we know how habits are easy to form and are hard to break. Yeah. Think about all the habits that you have formed in your lifetime. Some of them are so hard to break, they just become like second nature. Yeah, they become, they just fit right into our daily routine, and we just do it every day. The habits, we form these habits so easy. Some of them are even sometimes they're a little difficult, but we keep at it until we get it. And when we get it, we hold on to it. But once we want to give it up, oh my goodness, you remember all that you went through to get that? You want me to give this up? Yeah, but some things, we'll give it up if it's gonna affect our health, if it's gonna affect our wealth. Yeah, we might just drop it off like that, right? But habits are easy to form, but are very difficult to break. Now, he said there are four simple steps in this habit formation for persistence. He said you don't have to be a great intelligent person or have this high educational status. You just have to apply some EFFORT, some effort to what you're doing. Okay. And I know, yep, sometimes people say, oh, I don't have a doctoral degree, or I didn't go to college, or I'm not an expert, or what do I know about this? A lot of times we don't even need all of that. All we need is to make ourselves available to be used. Yeah. Yeah, make yourself available, because if you make yourself available, you have already started the journey. That's like the first step. You're willing and able and ready, just like a dough to be worked. Huh? Yeah. So he said time and effort will get you these, right? A little bit of time and a little bit of effort on a consistent basis. Huh? Now, Jeff Olson writes The Slight Edge. He said, doing the mundane things over and over on a consistent basis. So this word consistency keeps popping up all the time. That's something we're going to explore as well, because that keeps popping up all the time. And people are like, oh, you do it today, you don't do it until next week, and consistency. Now when we're talking about, there's some words that we really need to just pay attention. I need to pay attention to them too. When I talk we. It's we and us. It's not you and me. It's all of us, because you grab your portion that fits your need, right? Yeah. So let's see how we can best form this habit of persistence. Now, first of all, he says have a definite purpose, and back that by a burning desire for its fulfillment. Now, think about something that you want to achieve. You have a purpose, okay? And then you back it up with this desire. Now, if I don't get this thing, no, I have to have this thing. It's going to have to happen. So you have a definite purpose and you back it up with a desire, because without this particular thing, this is what's going to happen. Okay, so if I don't make this extra money, then I'm gonna lose my house. My children are gonna be outside. That kind of stuff. You can't afford that. You don't want to be homeless. Okay, without me writing this 20-page paper that I'm gonna fail this class, I already put in so much work already. Now I'm gonna fail without this particular. So you have to have, that's a purpose, because now for me to get the job that I want to get, I gotta have this level of I have to be certified in this area. And so if I fail this paper now, that's all gone to waste. All this semester is just like all gone away. So a purpose, back it up with a burning desire, because if you don't get that done, there's some consequences there that's not gonna be pretty cool, right? Okay. So when you have that, because now you're not gonna let it up. You're gonna be at it all day. However, you're gonna write the paper, however you're gonna read the book, however you're gonna get this stuff done, or if you're gonna drive to the whatever it is, you're gonna keep getting after it. So you have a purpose and a burning desire to get this thing in operation, for it to be fulfilled, for your dream to come true. So you put that against what you have in your little pocketbook, that you want to get done. Apply persistence. Okay, that's number one. He said, have a definite plan expressed in continuous action. A definite plan. So it's not like today, tomorrow, next month, down the road. A definite plan, a daily, we talk about a daily method of operation, a plan of action, what you do with your day from you get up to you go, a plan. Have a definite plan and back it up in with action. Oh yeah, we can write down a nice plan, but if we don't do anything about it, it's gonna just sit there on the pages, right? So you're right, you have it, but okay, this is what I'm gonna do today, this week. And so every day you wake up, you go after it, whether it's been taking care of your family, taking care of the dog, whatever it is, because now you have a purpose, you got a burning desire, then you're gonna have a plan, you're gonna back it up with some action. So it's not like today, next week, next month. No, it's today, tomorrow, the next day. It's purpose driven with a burning desire that if this thing don't come to fruition, that's what's going to happen. So now you have a plan. Yes, everything we need a plan. We need a plan. It doesn't sometimes look like we have a plan, but because we may not have it on paper, we have it up here. But I guarantee you put down on paper, it's more effective. Yeah. So you have a plan to be like, or share it with a friend so they can hold you accountable. Have a plan, write it out, spend some time. Yep, A, 1, 2, or A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3. Have a plan. So this is how you're going to execute, because if you don't write it down, you might miss a step. You might have it in your head, yeah, I got this. You know how we always, we got this. But I suggest to you, speaking from experience, write it down so you can check it off. You can see if you check for completion and evaluation, all that. Write it down. I used to keep things in my head. I know what I'm doing. I got that, in little things in life. And sometimes I'll be like, man, what was this again? I'm supposed to. So you'll forget. But when you put it on paper, it will always be there. So take it from me, speaking from experience. So he says, have a purpose, back it up with a desire, then have a plan, right? And then take continuous action. So he has given you 4 steps right there. We're talking about persistence. We're talking about in this life, these are not ordinary times. And folks are, people are hurting in some respect, and some people are just getting on the bandwagon. They are moving. So everybody's in a different phase or different place on their journey. But everybody needs to be persistent, going after what you want. Ain't nobody going after it for you, because you have the dream, you have the desire, you got your purpose, so you got to go after it. They say nobody's coming to rescue you. Well, this is one time. Nobody's coming to rescue you. You better get up and take some action. All right, so number 3, he said a mind closed tightly. Oh my goodness, a mind closed tightly against all oh my goodness, all negative and discouraging influences. Now that's huge. That is big. A tightly closed mind. Now I'm gonna let you marinate on that one. A tightly closed mind, because I had to think about that one when I was reading. A tightly closed mind against all negative and discouraging influences. All right, let's reverse engineer that one. Influences. Think about things that are people or things that influence you, people that you're influenced by. So we got to think about those things. So now if you're going to close your mind tightly against that, then now you got that's a big step. You got to make some decisions right there, right? Because maybe the negative person is just such a close friend. I love her to death, or I love him. Man, that's my friend. But man, everything I'm trying to do, they knock it down. Are you ready to close your mind so tight? Yeah, so we got some decisions. I mean, that's a huge one right there. Because I know some of us, we don't want to lose our friends. We don't want to lose, family members. Those are the people that are closest to us, negative suggestions and, you know, ill feeling and all of that good stuff. But if you're going to be persistent, going after what you say you want to go after, then we've got to have to drop some people and drop some things. And it's going to be hard. It's very tough decisions to make. But you decide. You decide what is it that you want, because the train is already left the station, right? And you can decide where you want to be on the train, or you want to be off the train, or you're going to grab some people, whatever it is. That's decision, that's big decision that anyone, whether it's in your life or in business or any place, any area of our existence, we have to make these decisions. So a tightly closed mind, that means you have to block out distractions. You got to get rid of the naysayers. You can't listen to that, because now you have a purpose, you have a desire you got to fulfill. Hmm? Right? Then you got a plan. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know, they call them dream killers. Yeah. You ever heard about those dream killers? Yeah. Some people, nothing that you say to them, they'll ever say, they'll always say, oh, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Yeah. Been there. Yep. That's not what you're doing. Oh, that's not going to work. What you doing? Oh, yeah, that's not going to work. Oh, that does not work for anybody. You think it's going to work for you? Yeah, so a lot. It's some things to think about. And then the fourth one and the final one he suggests, right? He says, have a friendly alliance with one or more persons who will encourage you along the journey. Now, you're gonna have to have your cheerleaders, right? Because and your accountability partner or your buddy, kind of stuff. Because we gotta have people. We exist, well, we coexist, right? We have people who are vested in our success in whatever, whether in your education, in your business, in your marriage, anything. Some people want, most persons, I would think, I want to see others succeed. All persons, let's say, right? But we know not everybody can help you in every way, because you have some folks are experts and more proficient in some areas, and so on and so forth. So we've got to make some decisions along the way. However, we've got to choose. That's when you choose your circle. Yeah, that's when you choose your circle. Who is in your circle? Who is going to encourage you when the times get tough, when the rubber hits the road, when you run out of money, when you don't know what you're going to do, what kind of decision you're going to make. This is happening and that is happening. Who you're going to pick up the phone and call? Who you're going to be like, oh my goodness, can we talk? Huh? What you gonna do? He said, so you need an alliance. that circle. You need some people. Yep. You need a couple of people or one person, whatever it is, an alliance of folks that will encourage you. Maybe they have been through the journey before. Maybe they can tell you a thing or two to assist you along your journey. Maybe they can just be like, walk with you on your journey. Who knows? But we need those people to hold, because I'm telling you, to be persistent is tough. Yeah. Because there are some things that you must do. Yeah. Because if you don't, then you're going to fall into that, I call it the little gutter, and be like, oh, can do that. What they call it? That pity party. Yeah, you're gonna undo that pity party and be like, oh my goodness, and not again. When you cry, you sob, and you whatever. So we need some strong people around us. So if you are, I can tell you, I have a good friend for many years. and we still are good friends. And outside of that person, maybe there's some decisions that I would probably make would be probably detrimental. But I could go to her and I'll be like, well, this is what I'm thinking. Or, this is happening. Or somebody who is in your corner, my friends, to encourage you, to uplift you, and to just pray with you sometimes. Maybe to just listen. Whatever floats your boat, whatever works, but we need an alliance, right? So, what are we going to do now? Are we going to be persistent? Are we going to develop these habits of persistence? Or are we just going to be like, you know what? Here, there, whenever. Yeah. So we got to decide. Because sometimes, because we are not persistent enough, that's when we miss opportunities. That's when, we don't stay on the train long enough. We hop off too soon. We come off at the wrong station because we didn't get the guidance. We didn't seek guidance. We didn't, get some mentorship or a coach or whatever you want to call it. Or your purpose is not, you're not driving it hard enough. If you don't achieve whatever you want to achieve, then when you look at the consequences, it's going to be great. I was reading this quote and it said, if you think education, and a lot of you know it, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. I know. Yeah. 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 Because to go to college or, even a technical school or vocational school, or even to do your mere investment in yourself, in your business, it costs money. It costs not only money, but your time, your attention, your due diligence to this, to what you plan to do. So it's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you some sleepless nights. It's going to cost you some pain sometimes. It's going to cost you some people will be like, where's she doing? We can't find her. It's going to cost you something. But if you think that's going to be expensive, try not doing anything and you see. So today I just stopped by to encourage you. I'm at my half-hour mark, to encourage you to take on this persistent habit. Try to develop this habit of being persistent. Try to take on this habit of persistence because it works. Now, of course, you're going to falter along the way. It's okay because we're human, but don't let it last. You got to get up. So you start on the journey and things happen. Keep going. Think about that A&T. Whenever you feel like, oh, it's going to fold or whatever, think about an ant going after that piece of food or that thing that the ant wants. Think about it. Because I'm telling you, no matter what you do to that ant, you probably got to kill him. But if you just brush him away, he's going to find a way. So if we develop that ant philosophy, Jim Rohn talks about that as well, the ant. And in the scriptures, you talk about the ant. Yes. So now I just want you to have a great weekend. We got a minute left. A great weekend. I want you to, consider what I just spoke about because these are not ordinary times. A lot of things are happening, a lot of moving parts. Where do you find yourself in this grand scheme of being persistent in what you set out to do? Okay. All right. So take care of yourself, my friends. I will see you next week, all being well. And let us all think about this and think about where we want to be, what we want to do, how we want to get there, the persistency of what we, the consistency, all these words, we float them around, but we got to take some action in maybe pausing to see how they actually impact what we're trying to do, how they affect our lives and all that. All right. I will see you next week. Take care, everybody. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Love upon your family and upon yourself. And take care now. Wherever you are in this world, you have a great one. Bye-bye.